Aita for not moving back in with my mom and hanging up on her when she called me crying that she missed me and wanted me back. This has been a really emotional roller coaster for me, and honestly I'm still trying to make sense of everything. I'm 17 now, and life hasn't exactly been easy since I lost my dad when I was 11. He was my world, my anchor. Losing him flipped my life upside down, but for a long time it was just me and my mom trying to figure things out together. We weren't perfect, but there was a rhythm to our life, a sense of safety and understanding between us. Things started to shift a few years ago when my mom started dating again. At first, it was casual, people came and went, and I didn't really get attached to anyone. I knew she was trying to find happiness again, and I genuinely wanted that for her. Then she met Dan. Dan seemed okay at first. He's a single dad with two little kids, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and he came off as one of those laid-back dad types who tries too hard to be cool and understanding. I didn't really have strong feelings either way about him when they first got together. I figured if my mom was happy, I'd find a way to be okay with it. Fast forward to about 3 months ago, they decided it was time to move in together. That's when things really started to go downhill. At first I was optimistic. I had my own room and I thought we could all make it work. I was trying, really trying. But that all changed after a few things happened, specifically, 2 incidents that made it clear to me where I stood in that house. The first incident happened on a Wednesday. I came home from school exhausted, ready to unwind, only to find my bedroom had been completely trashed. I'm talking bed torn apart, pillows on the floor, my clothes scattered everywhere, and to make it even worse, the 4-year-old had clearly peed himself and left it all over my clothes. The smell hit me before I even realized what had happened. I was disgusted, horrified, and furious. When I confronted my mom, she acted like it wasn't a big deal. She had taken the kids out and cleaned up the 4-year-old but left my room exactly as it was, as if it was my job to deal with it. Dan brushed it off, saying they're just little kids and they didn't mean it. My mom told me not to get mad. I asked how they'd feel if I did the same thing to their room. That's when Dan had the nerve to say, "You're old enough to know better," as if that justified anything. I demanded that they make the kids clean it up, but they both insisted the boys were too young and didn't understand. I was just supposed to suck it up and clean up their mess. A week later, it happened again. Only this time it was worse. The kids had gotten into my room again despite me specifically asking for a lock, which was denied because we don't lock doors in this family, and once again tore it apart. But what really pushed me over the edge was that they had somehow gotten hold of the photo I kept of me and my dad. It was one of the only good pictures I had of us together, framed, sitting on my desk. They destroyed it. The glass was cracked. The photo was bent. My chair, an office chair I'd saved up for, was broken. That photo was irreplaceable. I have a copy, but the original was different. It was something I'd held onto since the funeral. It felt like they'd violated the one piece of peace I had left in that house. I snapped. I told my mom I was done, that she could keep Dan and his little brats to herself because I wasn't living like that anymore. I was crying, shaking, angry, and she just kept telling me to calm down, that I was being rash. Dan physically stood in front of the door to stop me from leaving, told me I'd break my mom's heart. That's when I told him flat out, "I'm not living with you and your kids." I packed my things and left, went to live with my grandparents, who were more than happy to take me in. My mom thought it was a phase, that I'd come back in a week or two, but that never happened. I've been with my grandparents for over 2 months now, and honestly, it's been peaceful. My space is my space. No kids barging in, no destroyed belongings, no emotional manipulation. She's only now starting to understand that I'm not coming back. She's apologized a few times over text. I haven't responded. Then a few days ago she called me crying, full breakdown, telling me she missed me, that she wanted me home, that she'd do anything. I couldn't listen to it. I hung up before she finished. It felt like she was only just now realizing how much she messed up, and part of me was angry it took her this long. The other part of me felt cold, numb, like it was too late. After that, I got a voicemail from Dan, who apparently took it upon himself to tell me I was selfish, and that I was hurting my mom on purpose. He went on a whole rant about how I was breaking her heart, and how I needed to grow up and be part of the family. And now I'm left wondering, Aita. I didn't ask for this family. I didn't ask for my space to be violated, my things to be destroyed, or my grief to be dismissed. All I asked for was some respect for my boundaries, my room, my memories of my dad. So Reddit, be honest with me, Aita.